I got no daily driver. So, we gotta put together a daily driver. I'm Ed, and this is it.
Cause I've been living life.
Well, we're gonna big block swap one of my trucks. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, why? Wait, he just drove that truck in there. He's building a daily driver. Like, it just, like, it fires right up. Wait, what? It's pretty factory in there. What's happening? Big block swap? Well, big block. Yes. This truck was, it was $1,000 truck when I got it. And I love this truck. I love it. I've used it a lot. I drove it 14,000 miles moving to Idaho. The engine wasn't well taken care of before I got it. So it smokes pretty good when it gets warm. And also when it gets warm, it doesn't have a whole lot of oil pressure. And, you know, it's tired. And I don't have a small block and a 727 and a gear vendor overdrive. I have a big block that's ready to go, needs to be assembled, and a 727 and a gear vendor overdrive transmission that needs to go in here. So, yeah, that's why. And big blocks are cool. We'll get the coolant out of this thing and start pulling hoses and wiring and my goal for today is engine and transmission out and scrub engine bay. It's a 2-row radiator. Probably not quite big enough for a big block, but I have another one. We'll use it all the way. Oh boy, we got a lot of work to do. There's a little bit of water in there. All this stuff's pretty new. I put all these coolant hoses on here. So I'm pretty sure that where it last sat with the AC system, it needed so many new parts, we decided not to put Freon back in it. I'll just hope I'm right. It's still empty. Okay. It is gross. You happy, Dad? I'll have to source some new AC lines. AC lines and a pump. Is it weird when I make eye contact? Okay. We gotta fix things like this. I don't even know why this is here. It just is. Yeah. We need some of these. Wow. Check this out. I got the heavy duty half ton. It's got the radiator transmission cooler, but then it also has an auxiliary transmission cooler. We'll swap that one in, but we'll use the cooler, the tranny cooler. It's in there. Nice. That's awesome. That's a big cooler. I should get a new AC condenser too, because this one, part of the problem with this AC system is it's so contaminated from probably these hoses, the insides of them. So it needs new hoses, new condenser, new motor, and new... But anyway, I'm going to keep stripping this down. It's got to go. Get this radiator out of here real quick. That's all I wanted, was a shot of pulling the radiator out. Nice. Well, we didn't take the accessories off, but we got the radiator out and hoses and everything out of our way. Before we go too much further, we need to take the torque converter bolts out, because I'm going to pull the engine and tranny separately. So I should be able to tap in right here. Oh yeah! Day 2. Didn't get much done. Yesterday. Got the torque converter bolts out. We're going to tackle stripping some more of this engine off, getting the bell housing bolts out, and then we'll pop this motor out of here. So let's get after it. Oh, these are fun to get to. I suppose I could just get in here. Okay, I'm gonna crawl under the truck and get all the lower bell housing bolts and everything I can do under there. And I'm gonna set this thing back on the ground so it's easier to work on. Whoa! I am a mechanic for a living, and the stuff I drive around to me is like a business card, especially since it's all old. I don't like it to like leak oil in people's driveways and smoke when you start it. I mean, I'm totally cool with all those things, but lots of people aren't. Also, oil's expensive, and I'm tired of adding it to the motor. Now, we just have a fuel line in the power steering, and we gotta support the transmission, and this thing's ready to pull out. Here we go. Alright. We got fuel line, and we got the power steering. I think the pump can come out with the motor because I don't want it in my way when I'm trying to clean in there. And obviously there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done in the engine compartment. The new motor is not going to leak oil everywhere. So we're going to tackle that, and then we're going to yank this thing out of here. I got the truck down off the jacks, and now it's leaking transmission fluid on the ground. So some of you have probably noticed that the hood's still on. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. Because I'm here by myself and I don't want to ruin my hood or scratch my cowl. So we're gonna try. Woo, that's tight. Oh, we got something connected. It's like fuel hose still. So many fuel lines on this thing. Well, cross your fingers. The shackle's gonna get me. You shouldn't have added that. Perfect. Alright guys, we got our motor out. We got some engine bay cleaning to do, some wiring to do, some detailing to do. This is not the motor that's going back in. We're big block swapping it. I'll show you that later. As you can see, the engine compartment isn't too bad, besides from being filthy dirty and a bunch of extra wiring we don't need. Lots of that was emissions control stuff, and oh yeah, there's coolant in the bell housing. Man, I have ADD. Woo, shiny. So, we can get a bunch of the wiring stripped out of here. The motor's out now. Anyway guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. You guys don't need to watch me scrub an engine bay and paint frame rails. And that's what I'm going to do. So anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. Engine's out. Something's got to go back in. It's already Monday, and I have till Sunday. Get after it.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride.
I'm going to do a little restructuring of the channel and try and make the videos better. Better content. Better video. More angles. Keep watching. Thanks for there's almost 400 of you now, which is very small numbers, and only like 40 people watch my stuff, but I don't care, I enjoy doing it. And the same 40 of you keep watching it. So I'll keep doing it. At least 40 of you know what I'm doing. But you know, edit isn't really a how-to. It's a why for and how come. So either watch it or don't. I'm going to try and make it a little more exciting and a little better video and a little better edited. But anyway, thanks for stopping by guys. That's all I got to say. I'm going to try and take all this D50 content and make something out of it. We'll see. We might work on the D50 a little bit here and there this month, but probably nothing I'll film. It's kind of in the same state. The ECU's mounted and the wires are through the firewall. That's as far as I've got. Really, I'm just keep reading the manual of installing it. It's hundreds of pages, and I just keep going through it and reading and reading and reading and trying to absorb, which it's helping. So, you know, I'll just be in a better position in a month to install it. So with that being said, I'm gonna get back to work cleaning up and making space for all these motors. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, thanks for coming by.